Hello, Kafkutu here. Today I'll make a completely different video. It will be about me starting making my own portfolio website. As I'm a front-end developer, so I thought it's about time to make my portfolio. I haven't had much time recently to make any videos. There was a lot of going on. And yeah, I don't have much time to play games anymore. Well, at least until I finish my portfolio. So I just started, and I had amazing idea of writing in Python Flask for a backend, and a front end. I haven't decided yet, but it's going to be in Flask because I think it's pretty lightweight, and there will be not much backend involved because I'm mainly front-end focused. I have learned in past a bit of Python, but it was a very long time ago. I've never done anything in a Flask, or well, I just did basic Python stuff, nothing advanced. So it's a completely new field to me, but since I think this language and this framework will benefit the portfolio most, I usually work, when it comes to backend, I don't do much backend, but when I do, it's in C# and VC5, but it feels like massive behemoth for what I'm actually planning to do. And I thought, well, I've got Linux on my PC, and it's going to be easy, right? But I forgot that I have Linux on my laptop, not on my PC. And I had these flashbacks that reminded me how how traumatic experience installing Linux was because of the Windows and that fast boot option. Please, Windows, just stop being mean. I thought, you know what, it can't be this difficult to install Python, right? And pip and Flask. Obviously it can't, right? But it was traumatic experience as well. I think it would have been better to just install Linux. But I feel like it's too late now, right? I already went through it. I have a feeling that I will regret in future, but whatever. For those people that don't know how to do it, it's pretty easy as long as you know what you're doing when things go wrong, I guess. So in my case, so I already had Python installed earlier on, not today. And you do it by installing the file from some website, Python website, and it doesn't really work. So my workaround is oh gosh, I can't remember how this thing is called. Python, I can't even remember that. Just there is some Windows app store, Microsoft Store, and this is where you can find Python, and it will apparently work for you this way. So when I downloaded it through a file and then installed through command prompt, it didn't work. I had to go through this Microsoft Store, and that's when it would work. I don't know what's the reason, and I think Microsoft should like fix it or whatever. Or maybe I just did something wrong, but it didn't work. Then you download the pip file. It's just easy to Google. You go to a location file. So in my case, it's in iRiska downloads in a D. and then you just install it. So python space get dash pip.py. And that's it. But I couldn't like figure out why my Python wouldn't install. And then I just check if pip is installed, pip-v, and I think that, I mean, I remember it from Linux, so I think that's, well, I think it's not correct. I just remember it when I did it a long time ago. Yeah. Or maybe pip help would be better. Or maybe it should say here. Oh yeah, it is show version and exit. Oh, maybe it's capital V. Let's check it. Oh yeah, capital V. So okay, that's done. That's done. Where are we at now? And then we obviously have to, well, I have to obviously install the flask, so pip install flask, but easy peasy. And yeah, can I do flask? I'm just guessing, you know. I guess, but I don't know. I've never done flask, so I don't actually know what's. Oh, okay. Try flask. Help. Option version. So I guess flask version. Okay, amazing. Okay, great, easy peasy. So I'm not very far with the project because I'm designing it myself, and I'm not an amazing designer. I'm actually, I think, well, an awful designer. So I've been doing it in Adobe XD, and I think it's Untitled. Oh no, it's not this. It's this. So it's just a wireframe. I started with mobile view because I'm afraid that if... Oh, go away. I'm afraid that if I do it on desktop first, I might find it difficult to fit all the content on mobile properly. So I thought to start it with, because I want it obviously to be responsive. I make all of my websites responsive and accessible. So I started with mobile view, which is, whoops, 320 width. I always try to make sure for it to be still accessible at much lower resolutions. But this is just a wireframe, just some sort of idea of what I want there. It looks absolutely ugly now, but I assure you it's going to be very beautiful. It's just, I'm not great at designing. Like I'm not great at digital art. Yeah, I can find great code. It's going to be beautiful. So since I'm looking for work, and this is why I need portfolio, I thought to release it in stages. So stage 1 would be as a plain static website with some contact me form at the bottom. This is what I need Flask for. This is literally it. This is what I need Flask for. Like the only function of a Flask there. What I was getting at? Oh, with just form at the bottom, and a second stage would be some fancy animations, some really nice animations. And I was thinking if I should do it in React. I don't really know React well, but it's something like really fancy. So yeah, we'll see. Haven't decided yet. So I will start with creating actually a project. I've been working on Asana simply because it's free. And that's a great price. And just blank project. So I think I will split projects into back end, make a board, and I will have a nice Kanban board, backlog. So I would say backlog is something what I would like to release, maybe do at the end or release in second stage. But first thing to do is learn Flask. I mean, I'd done some reading, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Or maybe I should, you see, I can't remember exactly how to set up Flask yet. I've watched some videos, but that's it. So I'm actually really excited about learning it because I like Python. I really like Python. I really like how clean code you can make. You know, like, yeah. Anyways, I'm excited about it. So learn Flask. I know that there's going to be contact me form. It's going to be single page website. So there will be no how it's called? Custom URLs. Customized URLs. So contact me first. I had their extensions, so I can make bullet point. There are extensions that do contact forms. And also I have to find a nice hosting server. From what I have looked so far, there's not big options, like there's not a lot of options. So yeah, that's for it now. Hosting servers, contact me form, learn Flask. And for backlog, I want to add some sort of questionnaire. Sort of like, maybe I should write bullet points. So the questionnaire would be for visitors, and questions would be like, are you a recruiter or hiring manager, etc. And some other questions which I can't think of now. Filming what you do is actually stressful, so I can't remember everything off the top of my head. Are you recruiter, hiring manager? Hire me. Yes. Obviously, yes. I'm joking. But just as a joke, maybe some joke question, like, because I don't want it to be very serious website. I want to have some humor in there as well. So I might do like some second serious page, but it feels like just repeating myself. So if no one will get my sense of humor, then I guess we'll make another one, because I like making websites anyways. So yeah, although I have better projects that I would like to do. So that's it for backend, because I can't think of anything yet, and I don't know Flask well enough. Oh, that's a thing. I have to find out if I can actually use SAS or less. It's .less. I mean, I like both. So I know both, so it doesn't matter. And then Google Analytics. I think that goes for a backend. /Hotjar. because I've seen that you can have Hotjar for free, and that's a great price. So that's it for backend. Maybe actually, because it feels quite overwhelming. Yeah, because they are very vague tasks, I will need to break them down. The good thing is in Asana is that you can like add some tasks here. So later on I can break them down. But for now they have to be overwhelming because I just don't know enough about Flask. Okay. That's the backend. I'm going to add new project. Oh, you can. Oh no, this I can't miss that. So color. You know, like I'm actually really excited about it. So maybe this more cheerful pink. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel even more eager to do it. Add project. So blank project, front end. I'll make it board. Oh, I just reminded myself. And find out. Oh no. Oh my god, I just wanted to click it. Gosh, this page hates me, or maybe, I don't know. I forgot what I wanted to write, no. React. Find out how to add it to Flask application. Okay, that's it. Perfect. So that would be just a shortcut to do. Oh, that's a long shortcut, never mind. So I heard that yarn is better than npm. I know how npm works, but I want this website to be good. Like, if you look at it, like when go on it and look at it, it's like I just want for it to be breathless, like super fast, beautiful animations, and obviously functional and accessible. Anyways, so apparently yarn is faster than npm, and apparently it doesn't download. I can't remember. There's something with dependencies. Apparently npm downloads too many dependencies. I can't remember. I have read it a while ago, like today morning. So right, yarn, and that's it. Yeah, perfect. Also yarn because I like knitting. Yeah, makes sense. So I can delete that. Backlog. Maybe, you know what? I will just add everything to the backlog of a questionnaire at the bottom. And I will slowly like add things to do when I will be close to them. Simply because it feels like overwhelming. And when it's in a backlog, it's like putting things under a rug. Yeah, it feels like that. Okay, to do. Well, maybe like finish design. Right, just leave me alone, let me type. Finish design. So I can split that. So maybe, you know what? Maybe I have better task. Actually write the content. I know it's not like much of a front-end work, but I don't want to make another board for it. Writing content is least liked thing when it comes to making websites. In my job, I don't have to write content, but sometimes I'm being asked to proofread it, and I'm not really good at it. I'm good at anything else, just not writing. So I'm not a great writer. I have to admit it. You know, we all have positive stuff about ourselves and negative. So this is my negative. I'm not good at writing. I love reading books though, but it doesn't make me a great writer. Maybe sometimes it does. Anyways, write content, finish design. So I think I will keep it as a wireframe, simply because I'm not web designer. Oh, but just because I'm not web designer doesn't mean that I don't have to know about UX and UI. So UX UI corrections to the design. I've been reading quite a few books about, well, not just books, but websites as well. So I want to make it as user-friendly as possible. I want it to have every little... Well, I just want it to be perfect, okay? It must be perfect. I want it to be perfect, it's going to be perfect. So there is a lot of changes. Well, now, there's like a lot of obvious things when it comes to UX and UI. Like, let's say a page should have a title, and there's like it's obviously obvious to everyone. Yeah, a page should have a title. Yeah. But there's just loads of these little things you tend to forget. And so yeah, after I'm done with it, or maybe not. Maybe it's better now, because if I do it now, then I don't have to change all of the other pages. So UX corrections, and I would say I really like this book called Don't Make Me Think. I think there was some sort of checklist, or maybe find some online and just look through my website, well, my wireframe design, and see what I could add and what I could remove to make it more user-friendly. Don't make me think checklist. Accessibility. And like just general web standards. I can't remember how they're called. Was it WW3 standards? I can never... W3C, that's it. W3C standards. W3C... I don't know why I find it W3C very not memorable. I usually just word 3 web standards. Anyways. I usually have like well, I have in my bookmarks this page with all the checklists. I will show it next time. One of which is W3C standards. So I never type this stuff, I just click the bookmark and I just go through a checklist. So I don't have to remember the name. And it's just, I'm just making it harder for myself, right? Anyway, write content, finish design, UX UI corrections, and make it for small devices, quick wireframe. Then medium devices. You know what? I'm just gonna make it just fast, or not. Here you go. Large. And then X large. Extra large. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Because I work in Bootstrap, I'm not sure if I will work in Bootstrap. Yeah, let's add it. Add Bootstrap. Was it 4.3, newest one? Yeah, 4.31. Yeah, this is what I've been working with recently as well. I really like a new Bootstrap. But then I'm not entirely sure if I should work in Bootstrap, simply because I have noticed when recruiters hear that I work in Bootstrap, they think that I can't work with, I can't make a mobile-friendly websites without it. It's like, no, I definitely can't, guys. I definitely can't. It's just so much easier to and faster to work with Bootstrap. So yeah, I just take a fast route. I'm not sure. Okay, in a backlog, I will add. You know what? I will add another project for animations, because I want it to be a big flashy thing. I want a flashy website. So I will try to make it as flashy as possible. But also not too flat, like not too heavy, so it's slow to load. I want it fast too, so I want every good things. I'm not sure if it's going to be like possible to make it as flashy as I want, but I think the speed of a website and accessibility will be the priority. Animations backlog, and it will just sit there. It will just sit there. Let's add a gray color, so it looks like inactive. So finish design. Add content. Just to see if it fits in. I think I will just add to extra large, so you know, a desktop website, and then to extra small. Where is he? Where is he? What? Extra small. Perfect. Whoops. Stop being selected. Thank you. So add Bootstrap, customize Bootstrap. So I want 24 grid columns. Did I spell it right? Yeah, I'm also bad at spelling. This is why I shouldn't be a proofreader. 24 grid columns. Color scheme. Color scheme fonts. And font sizes. Buttons. I don't think I will have many buttons. But yeah, buttons. Yeah, and that's it for now with Bootstrap. Right, content, finish design, and later on, once I have this done, I will section it off into different sections, and each section will be a task in my little board. So I will add Bootstrap to a backlog because finishing design is more important now. So I have quite a lot of tasks now, mainly revolving around Flask. I think this is what I'm going to do first because I just find it most exciting, right? We all want to do exciting things first. Unless they're a completely different person than me. So yeah, that's it for today. And hopefully on my next video we'll get started with Flask. Or maybe I will talk more about maybe my job and how is it to be a web developer, and maybe general my story of how I became one, because I think it's a cool story. So yeah, have a good evening, guys, and have a sim Flask of tea.